Hello. Turn off. No. Can't mute. We've got the echo. Why isn't it on? Hold on. There we go. Sorry, keyboard was switched off on everyone. Right, hello, welcome to Live at 5. Here we are, Monday, 13th of November. To be honest, after Telford.
Yeah, it's been a long weekend.
You did very well.
Thank you.
Fantastically well on social media, right until the computer blew up.
Yeah. So anybody that didn't get any questions answered or the last two videos up on the forum, the computer decided to go down. So that is why a few of the things that I was doing weren't done. So sorry about that, everybody. The computer, we're actually going to get a new computer, aren't we? So,
we have. We've totally lost faith. Most of you know we've had trouble with that computer all the time. Lynn's was on it all last week. It's been working fine, no problem at all. And it went to sleep and has never woken up.
No.
And now it's permanently stuck in sleep mode no matter what we've done to it. Before everyone says, have you tried? Trust me, we've had everything pulled out of it. We've had the lot, trust me. We've done all the usual suspects, taken the battery out of it, we've disconnected everything, and it won't come out of sleep mode. So it's going back. But because we've lost total power, right? So anyway, we're going to get a new one in. So we are back to Old Faithful. Big green Coolmaster one is now running the show. So apologies if this is a little bit, because obviously it hasn't done live streaming for a while. So if it is playing up, not what we can do. But we will get it sorted, and we're going to get a new PC.
Yes.
We'll have it done.
Something for gaming.
Something for gaming, yes.
Which I'm not very cut up about, to be honest. I think that it's the right thing to do.
I think so, definitely. You'll be okay. Because we're excited about Battlefront. And
yes, we are. Yeah.
Definitely. So anyway, yes, it has been Telford weekend. It has been absolutely crazy. Massive, massive thanks to everybody who came and seen us. I know a few of you haven't. You should have just beaten your way through and all the rest of it. It was a crazy show. A different type of show for us, totally. Because instead of having that thing of like, the usual way, it's Saturday is crazy and then Sunday's quite quiet. It seemed to come in waves. Literally, it was very odd. Because what was happening was that it was this thing of saying, right, okay, loads of people, crazy, and then really quiet. And then it was like crazy, 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 really quiet. And normally it doesn't do that. And then Saturday, it was almost like Sunday, just the same. It was just as busy on Sunday. So it was a little bit different, but it was great to meet loads of you and speak to you and chat to you. Apologies if we didn't get around to everyone. And as ever, I never got away from the stand.
Yes.
Sid did. So Sid's been out and like a trooper, and hopefully he's got loads of footage. And to be honest, I was just about to have a look before we came on air, but because I was setting up the computer, I haven't had a chance to have a look at it. But I will do, and we'll see exactly what footage we've got. And then tomorrow I'll get some more of it edited together, and throughout the week I'll be putting it up as part of the shows and standalone videos as well as we make our way through. So yeah.
Yeah, and we've done great on Instagram. So thank you for everybody that is following us on Instagram. We've almost got 500 followers, and everybody's been loving all the different photos and everything that we've been showing you behind the scenes, because I know that sometimes you don't get that. I know that Phil wasn't my biggest fan probably on the morning of Telford, because I was everywhere with my camera. You were. And I think
I'm just trying to chuck it in, and she's like, can we stop and stand and like pose? Yeah, right, it weighs a ton.
Yeah, and the videos as well. Everybody loved the videos, the little videos that you can now do on Instagram, because you can do a minute video on Instagram now. Right. So everybody loved those. So thank you, everybody. Facebook's been really good as well. Yeah. And we've got a load of new subscribers. So thank you, and thank you for everybody that's...
Yes, welcome to all the newbies that have joined us as well, as say to the Flory family, and again through Instagram and YouTube and all the usual ones. Yeah.
As you can tell, we are very, very casual this evening.
Yeah, it's dressed down Monday after Telford.
It's dressed down Monday, so
we're having a takeaway, and that's
we are having a takeaway. We haven't decided what takeaway we're having.
Have we not yet?
No, not yet.
Have you made your mind up yet?
Well, it's not me. It's Mel.
It's
the boss. She's got to. She's got to choose.
She'll make the decision on that.
Yeah.
But anyway, I did get a few things, literally, because everyone always says to me, what did you buy, Phil? Nothing. I absolutely bought nothing. But we did have a few of our friends come and visit us on the stand and give us a few things, which obviously I'm going to test and various things. Don't get too excited.
What is that?
It's a lethal looking tool.
That does.
Careful, because it is sharp. It is very sharp. From Magic Scale Modelling. Spoke to Richard. He's good because he was next to us. And we got his knife down there and everything else like that. So we're going to be testing those. We've got a few other things down on here as well that we've been kindly given. I'll just put that on because someone's going to stab themselves with it.
Likely me.
Probably. So from that point of view, obviously I'll get the reviews of those done. Got you a Halo.
I know, I'm so excited.
I know.
I can't wait to stop. I can't wait to finish obviously that.
Yes.
Because that is the plan for this week.
Absolutely.
And then we've got the sci-fi sig coming up.
It is.
So that's going to be fun, and I can't wait to have a go on this.
Yeah, get the Warhol, get that one done, and then obviously you can weather it up and everything else.
I actually went shopping this on Saturday, and we saw lots of different models, and Liam said to me, he said, right, we'll get you one of these, and I said, no, that's level 1. I did a level 3.
That's it. Oh, that's it. Yeah, straight
so
in there.
I want to keep going at that level, because I was pretty happy with that, actually.
Pretty happy. You should be very happy. That turned out absolutely fantastic. And as I say, we're going to get you up to speed on that. Speaking of airbrushing and that, funnily enough, I had a very nice, very long meeting with Harder and Steenbeck. And my new best friend, Warwick, if you're watching, it was a pleasure to meet you. Talking to him, obviously, about Lindsay and what we're going to be doing with her in relation to airbrush and training and things like that. So they're very excited about it as well. And hopefully we've got some new things coming along with the help of those as well. But absolutely is great. So I did get the full lowdown on the Iwata and Harder and Steenbeck, because obviously I asked them what's going on and everything else, and it was pointed out to me they are completely separate companies. Okay, yes, they happen to be owned by Iwata, but actually at the end of the day there is going to be no difference, so nobody panic about spares and accessories and aftermarket things, because Harder and Steenbeck will be here forever along with Iwata. Iwata is its own company, and if anything, I think what's going to happen more is that perhaps some of the very new ideas and innovative type things that obviously the nozzle we're talking really is that you might find those sort of the research and development side of it Iwata uses a little bit and things like that in the future. So very exciting times for them. Great to speak to them. I know they're very excited about you learning to airbrush, because they're going to be following along with your progress.
Wow.
Weirdly. So
no pressure.
So yeah, no pressure. But I did have a few meetings with various companies and things like that as well, which obviously will, hopefully things will turn out from it, and we can obviously bring you some great sort of insights into various things as well. So there's a few opportunities that might be coming along and stuff like that. But mainly, I'm not good. Absolutely. My voice by Sunday was literally, everyone was saying, do you want a drink? So yes, it was pretty bad, but luckily for me I managed to survive by evenings spent at the bar.
Yeah, I saw that looked like a lot of fun.
It was, absolutely, and it was great to have the members along. Eric, you are a legend, absolute legend. Not only are you probably one of the nicest guys I've ever met in my life, but you're obviously a very talented modeler, because you did pick up gold, which is the best you can get at Telford in his particular class, so congratulations to him. And then obviously our very own Ron, Ron, the guy who's on these ones, and you've met Ron a few times as well. He picked up bronze for his X-Wing as well.
Well done, Ron.
So,
well
but
done.
We were doing a bit of a tally with lots of you who were coming along seeing me, and we think that actually as the family, the Flory Models family, we came along with loads of gongs this year, which is absolutely testimony to you guys. And obviously you're saying it's me, and it's not me, it's the family, and it's the inspiration we do as a big creative team and everything else like that. I also have to thank Andy for my cider that he promised me, and he did come good last night. Apologies I was quiet, I was absolutely dead on my feet. And whilst the other one I do have to say as well, and Keith did a standing job, because he went home and then came all the way back to pick Steve up to run him home today as well. So Keith, you're an absolute legend for doing that for Steve, for running Steve around. But I have to thank the entire team who were there with us. So obviously massive things to Stid and to Steve. You guys were absolute stars. Matt, you were an absolute legend as always, because obviously doing the thing with P&M Models. And then obviously all the ladies as well. So definitely Mel, she went beyond the call of duty as ever, doing hair bits. Leslie, first time that Leslie's been there like that. So yes, and obviously Shell as well, who's our now PM Models sales rep, I think she's going to become.
Nice.
Things like that, and of course the Tamsin as well, who's along with Sid. You guys, without it, couldn't have happened. And then lo and behold, the Bullers turned up. Lynn and John Buller, who weren't going to be there, knocked in our room during the evening on Saturday night and were with us on Sunday. So that was absolutely fantastic. So it was like having the entire team back and with us as well. So you guys, without you, we can't do the show. It's as simple as that. And obviously Andy and everything else. It's just one of those things. We're a big team, and loading, unloading of the vehicles, things like that, it takes time. It takes a lot of energy. And then, you guys do it literally just at a drop of a hat and help us out and everything. So without you guys, I couldn't make it possible. As you're going to find out next year.
Yes, I am. Yeah, I'm going to be there next year. And we're going to do a few more shows as well.
We are. We're going to pick out some shows. If you've got any ideas for shows you'd like to see us at, then drop us a PM or something else like that and say you really ought to do such a show, because we intend to sort of pick out quite a few shows this year, and then you can feel on your feet, you can meet them all.
Yes, I can meet you all. Yeah,
Lindsay.
Meet and greet.
And things like that. So if you want to come along to those, it'd be absolutely fantastic. But this year we decided we're going to do shows again. We didn't do them for the last, 2 or 3 years. We've tended to sort of shy away from them. But now we thought, right, especially getting you out there, getting to meet everyone, seeing how it all works as well. Yeah. So this year we're going to be doing more shows than ever before. So we probably might be doing one a month, things like that. So if you've got a particular show you'd like to see us at, let us know and we'll see if we can make it happen.
Definitely.
Right, okay, we have a few questions and I have going to have to lean over for this first one. Hold on. Hopefully this is going to work. Okay, so question time. Oh, it is working. It's just a satellite delay. There isn't many questions because obviously you guys know I weren't here. But Alexander says, "Hi Phil, can you or anyone tell me what Edar wants us to do with sprue holes along with the side of the photo etch fret?" Okay, this is quite old school. It's how it used to be back in the day when, you know, candles were involved and stretching sprue and stuff.
As you can see with the candle.
As you can see with the candle. So what it's basically saying, because actually I won't say what you said when you first saw this picture.
No, we're not gonna.
No, we won't go down that one. Okay. So you thought this was something completely different.
Yes,
Are you blushing? They can't see you. You're okay. Right. Okay. So what this is basically pointing out is for making rivets. These are the actual the sort of teardrop shaped airstream type riveting. So what happens is you heat up at part 1 the actual bit of sprue, push it through the hole, which technically is a mould, and then you chop off the bottom, giving you the teardrop shaped rivet. They also do them for different shapes, different scales, things like that. So you can get like rivets and then normal hex head screws and things like that. But this is what it is. Some of their sheets have them as default, but I haven't seen them on recent ones, so to speak. But that is actually what that is. So it's not what you thought, clearly.
No,
right,
definitely
okay.
not, no.
Okay, Alan. And Alan, obviously now you've met the real Lindsay, because Alan's the artist who did.
Oh, hi Alan, thank you.
It.
You
So
did a
yes.
great job. Great job.
He says, "Hi Phil, I have a kit that has an, is that acetate canopy? 2, in fact, accidental blunders. I have built 2 of these before, and the canopy is always too thin and weak as part where care is needed to trim. Do you think there's anything that might strengthen it by maybe dipping it with clear? I usually compromise and cover my mistake with judicial trimming, but I don't think dipping would work. Or might there be something else with which could be stronger? P.S. Welcome, Lindsay."
Ah, thank you.
Yeah, that's a real difficult one because the canopies, you know, the acetate canopies are very thin, and that's why you're sort of doing it. It's because they're very, very thin. That's the thing. Can you dip them? Yes. Clear? Probably I would go for a proper gloss. So instead of using something like a clear, I might go for something like a Tamiya gloss, X22 is it? Gloss, something else like that. Or one of the art people's glosses. They tend to be a little bit thicker, heavy duty, and that could strengthen up the actual acetate canopies and stop them being quite as flimsy as they would be. Or you could dip and then double dip, triple dip right the way through and do it like that to really sort of give them a little bit more thicker, more strengthened look and things like that. But really there is no, what I think is an easy answer to those types of canopies. So yeah, there's not a lot I can really suggest on that one, but never mind. Okay, Andrew says, "Hi Phil, lovely to meet you and the rest of the gang at Telford. Hope you enjoyed the cake." We did. That's the point. I have to thank the cakes. We had amazing cakes. I think you put one of the pictures up, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
And is it the Dundee cake we had? We had that on Sunday. That was gorgeous, that was.
It did look lovely. I'm very,
Unfortunately,
very
I have to be honest with you, we didn't bring you any back because we had it all.
Yeah, well, I can see that. So I'm
that's probably a good idea for you, but you know.
Yeah, I'm mad now. I should have had some cake.
Sorry, I didn't think of that at the time. One disappointment for me, nobody was selling MRP paints. After watching you use them recently, I was looking forward to getting some. I think somebody missed a trick here, especially with the Flory effect. Do you know what? I was asked probably 40 times for somebody who was selling it. There was one guy who had a very small amount, and that was it. And I think he sold out pretty much straight away. So, strange on that one. Merrick, you need to get there next year, I think. Just saying. Okay, Lauren says, hi Phil, hope you had a nice Telford. My voice is starting to go again, can anyone tell? Hope to see you there next year. One question, would you prefer decaling first and then post shading later, or the other way round? I would probably post shade straight over the decal. That would be my way of doing it, to be honest. That way you weather in the decal at the same stage as doing it. But if you're going to sort of pre-shade, that's a different way. But for post-shading, I will then put the dirt line, if you're doing that type of thing, straight over the top of the decal. And then that way it weathers it all in together. Okay, Neil says, hi Phil, hope you and you guys recovered from Telford. No, clearly not yet. We only got back at 12, was it?
Yeah,
we got back?
about
Something
that,
like that. Okay, I was following Telford via social media. Well done. And was a little underwhelmed by the new kits that I saw posted. Absolutely, I must admit I was too. Then I noticed this online. It's a bit of injection moulding from Winged Up Wings, and it made me go wow, which is really nice because what you're looking at is a wing, but it's so thin that you can see through it, the moulding. That's what they've done on that, so it's very clever how they've moulded that. It's a solid piece of plastic with translucent ribbed for the same section with 0 injector pin marks. Very, very clever to get that out of the mould in one. Incredibly clever. Very, very nice. That's impressive. Very clever by Wingnut Wings. Am I right to be impressed? Very. Because the thing is, to get that out of the mould without bending it, so it must cool in the mould, then it's pushed out, instead of doing the usual way where they kick them out far too quick. So yeah. Did you see any other new toolkits that blew you away? That's a game changer, which is, let me just flick that back. Okay, I'll be honest with you, we had this very conversation on Saturday afternoon saying how Telford used to be that thing for new releases, new products coming out, and obviously the manufacturers would make a big thing of it. They don't seem to do it like they do. It used to be the thing where Airfix, you say at 10 o'clock we'll be announcing, which, to be honest, we used to have like a bit of a sweepstake of how disappointed we'll be, because it was always really naff. Yeah. So you'd like, oh, comes the new Vulcan bomber. You don't know what one of those is, but I'll show you a video. But anyway, it'd be like...
I recognise bomber.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a big triangle one. Yeah. Right, I'll show you the thing. Anyway, the thing is that, yeah, no, disappointing. And none of the manufacturers seem to do it. Obviously, AK was pushing their new line of lacquer-based paints, which apparently they're calling it like German diesel, because apparently you can thin it with almost anything, and it's a real jack-of-all-trades paint. And I'll be honest with you, I have got some coming, because I want to give it a whirl just to see what it's like. So it'll be interesting to see that, but we knew that was coming anyway. But there was no real big surprises. There was no big, you know, wow, this is going to be fantastic. This is going to take the modelling world by storm. A couple of tools and things I've got, but nothing new. There's nothing out there at the moment which I was jumping up and down to me, and things like that. But I have to say, as far as the show went, I think it's probably the best show to date that I've been to or seen, purely because it seems a lot more relaxed than normal than previous years has been. The quality of the models on display, not only competition, but definitely on the SIGs and just on the normal club tables, seems to have gone through the roof for some reason this year. And I'm not saying that in previous years have been a bit samey, but you do see quite a few of the same old dusty models appearing year after year. Didn't see that at all, so everybody looks like they've been busy. And from a point of view of the hobby, whereas people often say to me, you know, what do you think? As you think it's getting a bit sort of, you know, it's dying off and going. I saw more youngsters and more female modelers, I think, there than ever before. That's great. Which you'll love. Really great, yeah. So that, I think, I've seen, I suppose it's early days, but I think I've seen a change in the hobby where it seems to be a younger group of people coming through, and it's more diversity as well. Instead of just, you know, tanks, aircraft, the usual, there seems to be sort of the fringes of the hobbies which have just been kept out of the way for a long time, like sci-fi and stuff like that, seems to be really coming to the fold now. Yeah. Figure painting, things like that, whereas before it's quite niche, it seems to be coming through a lot more. You're finding more dioramas, more sort of action, so you've got things like figure painting there, you've got buildings, scenery, that type of thing, whereas before they were standalone. People seem to be putting them all together into dioramas, which I think is absolutely lovely. The competition is absolutely through the roof this year. Some really nice, and I know everyone's going to say about, oh, the winning thing isn't a plastic model and all the rest of it, but from my point of view, because somebody's going to ask me and I'll get in there now, to me that is the essential modelling, because it's actually scratch built, so it's wood over metal, and it was a beautiful Spitfire, and I thought that was well deserved. From my point of view, I thought they all were, and I didn't see anything really in the judging that I didn't agree with this year. Whereas previous years, you know, I've been very outspoken, I've said somebody's been robbed. This year, actually, I think it was pretty much spot on. I didn't see anything that annoyed me. I didn't see anything that I thought people have just been robbed. So I think, you know, something's going definitely right.
That's good. I've been seeing quite a lot online as well. There's been a lot of people posting, and there's been some incredible models. I've been sent some amazing photos of different models from the sci-fi. Can't believe how many people are actually interested in the sci-fi, because sci-fi seems to be very, very popular right now. A lot of youngsters, like you said, there's a lot, but it's not just that. It seems to be all ages, which has been really, really good, and I'm glad to see that so many of you wanting to get involved in the sci-fi builds. I think that's great, and thank you everybody for your support. You've been so welcoming, so thank you for that. And I think that this, you know, next year coming, I think that sci-fi is going to be big for us. And I said, like, to a lot of modelers that I've been speaking to on the forum, and I think that, you know, I'll still be learning a lot of the playing side of things as well. But sci-fi is going, obviously, to be my main drive. But it seems to be, and I have spoken to a few of you about the figure painting. It's something that I think is very interesting. I think it's got a lot of detail. I love some of the work that you sent me over. I think some of you, I mean, you're all incredibly talented, so well done for everything that you sent. It's been incredible. So it is something that I think I would like to get into at some point. Obviously at the moment I'm still learning everything, so sci-fi is going to be my my main look on things, so building things at first and doing, and there's a couple of things that I would like to do prop wise, because I'm, like I've said to you all before, I'm a massive Marvel fan, and DC Comics, so there's a couple of things from the prop side that I would like to do as well, and I think it would be all new for you guys as well. And obviously Star Wars is my main, and I am a Star Trek fan. I am a Star Trek fan, but Star Wars is my love. So
Yes.
So it will be a lot of Star Wars.
You're definitely more of a Trekkie than me, because some of those comments people made about red shirts, I was like,
yeah.
And then you're telling me.
Yeah.
So afterwards, you was like, well, it's because it's like episode 1, and it was like, and I was like,
his introduction. So.
I know, and I didn't have a clue.
Yeah, I haven't died, so.
Yeah, you're still here. One week later.
Yeah.
That's it. We're fine.
That's
done and dusted.
That's better than what the guy in Star Trek did. So.
He did. Yeah. Anyway, what we're going to do is call it quits today, because I'm knackered, and that's it, and I need food. Yeah. And we've managed to put everything back together, but the computer has taken out a bit of time, so we're going to get that one sorted. Yeah. And we need to buy another computer now.
Yeah.
So we're going to leave it there for you two guys. But anyway, thank you so much for everything over the weekend. It was lovely to meet all of you. Can't wait to do it again next year. Next year is going to be bigger and better for us, as you can imagine, on every single level. But if you've got any ideas, any shows, things like that you think should go, obviously let us know, because we'd love to go along, wouldn't we?
Yes.
And meet you all and things like that. And obviously we can share your work, we can take the models and everything else. So there we go. Anyway, that's it for me, because I'm dying. My back's gone. My voice is going. And to be honest, I'll get ill next. Will be the next one.
Yeah.
I think it is that thing. It's like because I don't get out of here very often.
Yeah.
So a bit like you're going to learn this now. Is that when you don't go out very often, and you meet the public, you catch everything.
Yeah.
And that's what will happen to me. I will get really ill over the next couple of days.
I do all
the
time.
You catch everything.
Everything.
Mind you, you're like my kryptonite, because the one time I get ill is right because you gave it
I
to
got
me.
ill.
You did. Right, we're going to leave it there from the end. But again, thank you very much for the weekend. Thank you, Lindsay, for working all weekend as well, doing the social media and looking after the dog and the rabbit and everything else like that. And now we can have a takeaway.
Yes.
And a chilling evening.
Yes.
So anyway, we're going to leave it there. Thanks for watching. Happy modelling, everybody, and we'll catch you all tomorrow.
Thank you. Bye.